But the first step is going to obviously be pulling the hood release. The hood release is found here on the driver's side, right by your left foot. Pull it up and you'll hear the hood pop. After you've popped the inside hood release, the hood should be up here about an inch or so. You can reach your hand in here, lift the lever up. You may have to pop the hood down a little bit because it'll be pushing against the lever. Push the lever up and you can release the hood and tilt the hood up. The different heater cores are going to leak in different areas. Your heater core is right here where these two hoses come out. It's inside your dashboard. So your air conditioning and heating system is right here on this passenger side of your dashboard. I've also seen where the floorboard underneath the floor mat has been wet. It doesn't feel wet right now, but it has gotten wet in the past. And you can see where I've had drip stains on the carpet. So there has been some moisture of some kind leaking. It's kind of damp right here. So yeah, we've got some antifreeze problems there. So my advice would be to put your truck somewhere where it's going to sit for a while, because this job is going to take some time. After you've popped your hood, I would block your tires up. There's going to be times where you're going to have to put it in neutral to work on the dashboard, and you may or may not be able to put your emergency brake on. So you need to block your tires up so the truck doesn't roll away. Your battery is located on the front driver's side right here. And after we get the hood popped and the wheels blocked, we're going to need to disconnect the battery. In order to disconnect the battery, I disconnect the negative side. So I have the factory cables and terminals in, the side post terminals. I use a 5/16 ratcheting wrench and I disconnect the negative post. And lay it over to the side. If you want to, you can also disconnect the positive post if you feel comfortable with that as well. Same thing, 5/16 ratcheting wrench or a 5/16 wrench will undo the terminals and keep you from short-circuiting something, blowing some fuses, or causing an electrical fire. Your dinger and all your gauges and everything should be dead now because the battery is disconnected. There should be no electricity. The whole purpose of this is to remove the heater core cover and the elements, and that is this box here that is hanging underneath your dashboard. From what I've read, I'm going to have to remove most of the dashboard to be able to get to this box. If that's true, that is probably about one of the worst setups I've ever heard of in my life. I really would expect more from Chevrolet and GM from them than that. The task is to get all of this taken out with the least amount of damage, spare parts, breakage, and everything else that we can. Okay, the first step I'm going to do is take out the glove compartment door, and that's going to require, you can use 7mm socket or you can use a 9/32 socket. They're pretty close to the same size. The 3 screws. There are 3 screws and 2 pop rivets, so I'm going to wind up having to drill these little pop rivets out. All right, I got a drill bit, probably around 3/16. I just want to get the heads off these rivets. It's crazy that they've got rivets on this thing. Since I have a truck with a camper shell on the back, I'm putting all the stuff that I remove in the back of the truck, and I put the screws with the object. So the 3 screws that I took out for the glove compartment, I'm going to leave with the glove compartment door so that I don't lose those screws. Now I understand I need to pop out these vents, the side cover, the ashtray, those. I'm going to use plastic pry bars to get these things out. So hopefully I don't damage them and I can reuse them. All right, that one popped out really easily and it's not damaged. And that one popped out fairly easily. And because I see no difference between the two, I'm going to mark this one. I'm going to mark this one right, and I'm going to mark the other one left so I can put them back in the same hole. Also might want to make sure that you make a note of the orientation, because the adjustment dial goes on the bottom. So take a Sharpie and put that, and I may, if I don't know or I'm not experienced, I might put bottom on the bottom, or top on the top, so I know the orientation. Not everybody has a good memory, can remember exactly how they pull everything apart. So it goes in there like that. It came out. I don't see any damage on it, so it's going to live to see another day. Looks like for my brake controller, I'm going to need 1/4 inch drive. I also unplugged all the wires from this XM adapter to get it out of the way as well. I'm going to go ahead and pull the bracket off the bottom of this dashboard. Since this brake controller is wired in, I'm not going to be able to unhook all the wires for that. I'm going to put the screws for the brake controller and the bracket for the brake controller in the back.